Hello everyone and welcome back to another catch up at Kath's. Yes, I know my table looks bare right now, but fret not because it isn't. Because it's raining outside, the Meghan and Harry interview just came out, the world has gone a bit nuts and I'm angry. So I thought, you know what, I don't care if it's Easter or not, I am opening the most giant egg in the world. This Easter egg. It's as big as my head, bigger than my head, most likely. I'll be opening this now. It's from Aldi. It's not vegan because it's milk chocolate. I did have a question about that last week. I'm kind of vegan, but more vegetarian. There you go, see? Look at this egg. Dragon egg. I'll be eating this while discussing everything about EastEnders. And of course, just to make my rage even more fun, I have a rolling pin to sort of break it. Like that. So let's go and talk about this week's EastEnders, shall we? Because, actually let's have some of this, because I've opened it up and now it smells really nice. I mean, these may be causing a problem with the microphone. Let's get rid of half of it so I don't eat it all. Let's just give it another. Okay. Quite like this. I might keep this on me at all times. So obviously we're going to be talking about EastEnders this week. And I like to do a bit of news to begin with first. No real news. Sorry, I'm actually dribbling now. There's no news, but as we can see here, very sadly, Dawood, who plays Kush Kazimi, has filmed his final scene. As you can see in his little face here, he looks quite upset, watery-eyed, and James By's in the background thinking, I still have a job. But yeah, I just thought I'd bring this up because the comments on here show us all just how loved our Dawood was on set. Read some out, bless him. So obviously James By, who plays Martin, says there's only one Kush Kazimi. Today was a very sad day. I love you, and I always will. You are a star. Louisa Lighton, who plays Ruby, she said, I have to see you as I still have your kettlebells. I have no words. I'll have a crush on Kush forever. Love you. We can all relate to that, I feel, apart from the kettlebells. But having a crush on Kush, we can. We got Suki here. She said, Dawood, so lovely working with you. Always wondered if I would ever get the chance after seeing you play the dishy husband in Doctors all those years ago. All the very best for the future, my love. You deserve the best. If Kush is killed off, I will be cancelling myself and this whole show. Ash says, and I never got to do a scene with Kush. I'm gutted. Wishing you all the best for the future and hopefully somewhere, sometime I'll bump into you again. I've noticed that none of these people were saying, hope to see Kush back again soon, or you'll be back soon in a few years, like they did with Jake Wood. So I am worried that there is no coming back for Kush. Hopefully it's an off-screen death and it can just be rewritten. Zach Morris says, it's been a pleasure, Dav. Short and sweet. There you go, Tamsin Althwaite, who played Mel, just claps because she's been there, you know. Max Bowden, who plays Ben, says, mate, pleasure sharing the stage with you. Everyone is going to miss you every day. See you soon. See you soon. So is Max Bowden leaving or can Dawood come back? Natalie Cassidy asks Sonia, so sad I wasn't in. You're one of the nicest people I've ever met. I'm sure I'll see you soon. Sonia can't be on a break again. Her father's coming back, isn't she? And there's just loads, you know. Ricky Champ, son of a bitch, I love you. The place won't be the same without you. Speak soon. Jesse Wallace, I will really miss you. Love, 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 love. So he was obviously loved on set and it was his last day. So, you know, let's just have fingers crossed that Kush won't die. But anyway, let's get in and start EastEnders.
Where you going? Just doing your breakfast in bed?
No, Kush is on my mind. Martin's made breakfast in bed for Ruby. What's he made?
Rube.
Avocado toast with eggs.
Just wait. Just stay home.
He's so modern, isn't he? Oh, Vinny.
To make sure it works. Sometimes
Ever since lockdown and he changed his hairstyle.
even if it means working with the Mitchells.
Thank you, Rat.
I'd put those cans back if I was you.
This was a really well written scene actually with Kirat just like standing up and saying our name means something. But do you think this guy, this like, I don't know, thug, is he a thug? Always looks like he's just sniffed his own fart for some reason. Like, look at his face. Do you know what I mean? They keep mentioning the shop they used to own with their dad, don't they? They mentioned it like a year ago with that picture they bought their mum for Mother's Day. So obviously Vinny is like, well, our name needs to mean something. So who do they go to? The Mitchells, who a few months ago, Danny Hardcastle said their name didn't mean anything anyway. So
Sorry, I was daydreaming. Sorry.
very clean shoes. What size feet is Ben? It's quite big there.
Fortune on a reality show. You could get the bum implants, and then me and Cal, we can leak the sex tape.
Who in Walford would leak their sex tape, I wonder? Or would Ben just do it himself? Honestly, I have so little care for this week's EastEnders.
That's good, fellas.
I was just sat there watching at home, like...
Why is Joe Pesci Colombian?
Excuse me, don't get
And when this episode, like the last sort of 10 minutes of this episode, it just goes to shit.
Well, if you play your cards right, you can do a fantastic Trinidadian, you know?
I don't think Lola should do a Trinidadian accent.
You tell me something about you that I don't already know. Besides the fact that your mum definitely don't know that you'll see me again.
So this is where Isaac admits to Lola that he has schizophrenia.
I have had...
And he doesn't do it very subtly either, so I kind of understand her
I've
reaction.
never seen The Godfather.
Like, she's not horrible about it.
Basically,
Well, that depends. Is having schizophrenia normal?
Do you know what I mean? Like, he could have said it, I don't know, a bit better. This worries me. Every time I see Whitney happy because of Kush, we just know that he is going to end this happiness. Like, they never show people happy like this if there's not, like, some horrible stuff to come. Excuse me, would you sit down, please? Why is she so worried that he saw her singing? I don't get it.
Kids are quiet. You in that room?
No,
No, they're with Lucas, the serial killer.
Text. Yeah, Denise thought it might be quite nice, help him settle in if he knew a couple more kids around the area,
Are you joking? You've sent them on a play day where some...
What does a 3-year-old have in common with, like, an 11 and 12-year-old? I don't get it. Come on, Whitney, do better. This is where it just went to pot, because, like, the shaky camera starts, and we know... Poor Max Bowden going bold.
Every time I see him, it's...
Got a better hairstyle than you, mate.
I don't know what you mean, Staz. I think I'm taking after my mum.
You take after your daddy, mate. But do I make snide jokes behind your back?
The guy in the back who's bold is like, What did you just say?
It's not a sparrow. Once it flies,
Oh, shut up.
catch it.
Basically, I'm just going to skip over this because it's so shit I can't even cope. Basically, this Staz guy wants to blow everyone up, or he wants the money to come back that Vinny has. Even though this blowing up this place will kill him and his friends, so it doesn't really make any sense. That guy from the minute mark before obviously corners our Vinny. So then we get the chase scene of the century. Why are they playing this like Russian music on their phone? It's so stupid. The producers are like, if people don't like incidental music, we'll just play the music in the scene.
That was the extended mix and all.
That bullet would just ricochet off of that and just hit him, shoot himself probably.
Wonderful personality, lads.
I really hated this because he's like threatening to like stab Vinny, and Vinny goes down the same alleyway where Keegan and Shaquille were stabbed. And also, doesn't this alleyway, isn't there a way to get to the archers from this alleyway from the back, I think? Thank God Sharon still hasn't learnt to lock the Vic though. Who's this woman as well? This woman who works in the Vic, like who is she? Is it like a recast Michelle number 3? Callum. Callum's like on Grindr. I'll just go away. I'm just going to skip past all this because it's just crap, basically. Now this scene, believe it or not, a Lola and Isaac scene, I really enjoyed this because it was quite funny because obviously she knows about the schizophrenia now, and like she goes to like Google like symptoms or what schizophrenia is like and she can't spell it. That's very relatable. And then she asks like an Alexa, like if it's dangerous, it doesn't think. And then Isaac comes up and then Now that's good comedy writing for EastEnders. Not corny, not stupid, but genuinely funny. So thumbs up there. I wish they just went with the miscarriage storyline and not involved her blaming Stacey. It's really gross. The scriptwriters did what? Her lipstick. It's so disgusting. Like they basically are telling us what they've just been up to, haven't they? He was like doing his belt up and her lipstick is like up her cheeks. And it's funny that Phil wants to move things on, settle down. He is old, remember, he's nearly 70, 60, whatever he is.
No, Keeg, it's nothing dodgy.
Oh yeah. Controlling Keegan.
You're not okay with this.
Why does she have to have permission from Keegan to do this? It's so ridiculous.
You might be okay flirting with man for money.
Although saying that, Dottie also doesn't do anything. Like when it actually gets to it later, Dottie just sits there and takes the money. Like a pimp. Oh yeah, this is still going on, isn't it? The drug, Chelsea, Lucas stuff. It's so funny that Jack's been suspended but Callum hasn't. After all the things that Callum has done. I mean, Ben's upset, isn't he? Because he's learnt that Kath was the one who called Staz Shellsuit Stan. So...
You know how I thought it was Sharon that grassed us up about Staz? Well, it turns out it was Cat Slater.
Cat Slater. Not just Cat. Just in case it feels confused.
No, I'm done, is it?
No, you wouldn't be saying that if you was there yesterday.
Well, it's done, isn't it?
How would she know what we said about Staz? No, we need to go over to Slater Towers and we've got to find out.
Slater Towers.
This is a wind-up, isn't it?
Scissorman has got cosy with a panasol.
Oh,
I get cosy with quite a few of the Panasars, to be fair. Callum just walks in at like the worst opportunity at all times.
I mean, Dad, I'd get it if you was drunk, but you was stone cold sober.
Callum like, shall I laugh? Shall I not laugh? Oh, Ben, piss off. You were like shagging Wilmot Brown's son. Like, get over it. At least Kim has some sense to know that Phil is not the one.
Own business. Someone who's rough around the edges. Not too rough. He isn't a pushover. And he gives
Rough around the edges, but not too rough. But she dumped Kush for having a gambling problem.
my ideal bloke sounds a bit like Phil Mitchell, doesn't he?
You think I would do that to you? Oh, please. You need romance.
Thank you,
yeah?
Kim.
I mean, he's as romantic as a bunion.
Yeah. Throw it at her.
Compared to
Yes,
what?
he is.
Look, as long as that man is breathing, he's trouble.
I'm not serious, you daft cow. I'm pulling your leg.
Oh, yeah.
Me and Phil Mitchell. I need my head tested.
Yes.
In touch, has he? Just keep calm, yeah? What is it, Mum?
It's Jack.
Oh, this bloody Caleb stuff.
Who knows?
It literally makes no sense at all. Like, at all.
About the drugs, about you and your dad, the whole
Why is it taking her like a month to get these drugs somewhere? And why does she owe Caleb anything? And yeah,
No, you never.
they got such a good actress with her. Why have they done this stupid storyline that no one cares about?
Kill me! No,
I need more chocolate.
you're always kids.
Well, the Carters are packing up. They're back to the Vic soon, aren't they?
About throwing a rustle for when we get back in the Vic.
Well, that's a great idea. See?
They're building blocks to bring Nancy back because they're going to New Zealand to see her, and they're going to go see Johnny and Lee. I'm going to tell them all the secrets because no more secrets, which they're sticking to for now.
You know, look got potential.
Whatever. Have you seen Jack about?
She's like, I have no time for you. You're a B storyline.
None of your business.
Trying to rekindle things, are you?
What? No, Jack and I are history.
How did Isaac know that Chelsea and Jack used to date? Like, that's literally impossible for him to know. Like how Tiff knew about Ruby's upbringing. I really like this scene with Kat and Whitney where she told her that her and Kush are together now. It's like really nice and realistic because like Kat doesn't care. She doesn't go out of her way to then like arrange for Whitney to be murdered like Ruby did with Stacey. It's so much more believable with these two.
You alright about it? Yeah. That's alright.
It's really well played.
1 minute you don't give them the time of day, and the next you can't keep your hands off them.
Talk about Phil Mitchell there. 20 years on the same square, she didn't give him the time of day, not just a minute.
I can't believe I was dreading telling you.
Social distance.
Yeah.
I thought this was really nasty of Chelsea as well. Like, she tries to, like, get it on with Jack just so he'd keep a secret so she can blackmail him.
No, I don't know
Do you remember that time he got shot? Hilarious. Oh, it's just, why does everyone have to be so horrible in this show?
Forget about the drinks. Go back to yours. Be like old times.
She's so good. She like picks up on like
Only better.
things that Diane Parrish does with Denise and bits of what Don does with Lucas. Oh, Gray. Honestly, if Gray kills Kush, Kush could overpower him in like a second.
I had no idea. Congratulations.
Thank you, Gray.
I love how he waves it like he's got a bit hot and bothered now.
It's been a few weeks, isn't it? Actually, I'm surprised you didn't guess.
Hey, what about Patrick, the kids, Kim? They're sitting targets. All right, don't you think Caleb's gonna...
They're sitting targets with Lucas on the bloody square, Jack. You gave him a flat.
Here, Chelsea, all right? You're ruining theirs and all.
You're ruining the show. Oh, it's so stupid, this story. I hate it so much.
You're on thin ice at the station. You'll never get your job back.
You'll never believe you.
Do you really want to take that risk?
Yes, quite happily. He literally found the information out, what, yesterday, today? Just go straight to the police. He's already phoned his sergeant. No. No. You see, this is why I couldn't be bothered to do the roundup this week, because it's just... what is there to enjoy? Chocolate. That's all there is. There you go, that was your roundup of the week. Hopefully next week is better, because it's like Jack's police career, EastEnders is skating on thin ice. So there you go, let me know, did you enjoy this week or not? Or do you like any of these storylines? Let me know. So until next time, goodbye.